You see the Rothschild stinking, coming out of the bunker. All of them are going to be the first fruits of slavery, them and their children. The Lord gave them the bunkers for that purpose.
Right.
Everybody's doing the will of the Lord on earth. So when you hear about the rich elite having bunkers, the Lord wants them to have them bunkers so they can survive the nuclear destruction and be where the hell they at.
Go right into slavery.
And when we come down from the chair, because we ain't going to be up there forever. So when we come down, these niggas got to go to jail, man.
Right. Shalom. Kohlo Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rahakwadash, which those will be the true names of the Heavenly Father, which is Yahweh, and his only begotten Son, which is Yahweh Shai, the Barneside teachers, the apostles, and the bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutations to the Lord's elect, teaching in truth, sincerity, and diligence for the sake of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying and straight to the point. Yeah, in the opening clip was the elder Yashawama from the GMS Dallas camp, pretty much going into how Esau Edom is going to be the first fruits of slavery, man. Stormed with the elite bankers, in which the elite bankers thinking them better those highly surveillance, heavily advanced bunkers is going to ultimately preserve them from going into captivity, man. You see, because in their inward thoughts is that their houses is going to continue forever. So they think that when those missiles get shot off, and the various parts of the world where those missiles are destined to hit, be destroyed, they think they're going to come up out of their bunkers and pretty much pick up where they left off, man. You see? And I even got an article queued up going into how they're going to, they're building those bunkers to pretty much preserve humanity to showing the time of the dark ages. You know, and pretty much the dark ages is a time where history is not being recorded. But yet, that's not what's going to take place here on the earth. You see, the destiny is that when Esau Edom go down in those bunkers, the Lord is going to send forth 144,000 men to hunt them. And when we find you, Lord, we're not part of that precious number. When the elect find you, they're going to bring you into slavery, man. And like the elder Yashawama said, nigga, you going to jail. You see, all the atrocities, all the things that you done did here in the planet Earth, from polluting the water, polluting the air, destroying the animals, destroying the minds of the people. Nigga, you going to jail. You see? And it's only a matter of time. And even just going into this article, it says the billionaires in their doomsday bunkers. It says, when the world ends, where will you go? In which they posing this question because in their minds, everybody's going to be destroyed. But yet that 1%, which is those elite bankers, those billionaires, they're going to go down into their bunkers. And when the destruction come and it pass over, they're going to come back up and start to pretty much replenish the earth in wickedness. But that's not what's going to happen. You see, and just to read down into the article, it says in 1979, with Cold War tensions threatening nuclear winter, the U.S. Senate tried to answer the question. Tried to answer this question by commissioning a study exploring what the aftermath of a nuclear war would look like. Among more scientific assessments, the report included a fictional account imagining how life would proceed in an American city that survived a theoretical attack. Survived a theoretical attack in which World War III is not a theory. You know, America getting hit by thermonuclear missiles is not a theory. That's ultimate. That's prophecy, man. That's something that's ultimately going to take place in the earth. And how we know that? Because everything else is happening. You see the buildup of World War III. You see the earthquakes in diverse places happening. You see the famines growing. So how much more for this place getting took out of the way, man? You see? And even just reading down into the article, I'm not going to read it all. I'm just going to get a few main points. It says here, but while we may be almost half a century removed from the U.S. Senate early report of nuclear war, the answer to where you will go when the world ends remains the same. It won't matter. When the world ends, 99% of us are screwed, in which that's Esau Edom and that spirit of misery loves company. Because he like to try to paint the picture that if he ain't ruling, we all fucked. In which that's not the case. If you're not ruling, everybody else is going to be in the best case possible, man. The world is going to be better off. You know, it even tell you how the cedar trees is going to rejoice because there's no fellow to lift up his sword against them, roughly paraphrasing. You know, nations is not going to learn war anymore. Why are the nations at war? Because you got this damn devil in power, man. It tells you that how he was set up to take peace from the earth. You see? So he's saying 99% of the people are screwed. It says, as the ashes settle and the sun peeks through the clouds once again, only the billionaires will emerge, you see? So he telling you, yeah, we the only ones that's going to live. We the only ones that's going to make it. And real quick, this is Jeremiah, Slakia. This is Psalms, chapter 49 and verse 11. It says, their inward thoughts is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. You see, his inward thoughts is that he's going to continue reigning forever and ever. This guy in the reign as the Greeks. He came back and reigned as the Romans. And now he's reigning again as the fucking Americans, man. And different other, under different other names. The Russians, you know, the British. You see? But yet the Lord, he's going to come back and cut Esau's kingdom short, man. You see, and just going back into the article, it says, as the ashes settle and the sun peek through the clouds once again, only the billionaires will emerge, blinking into the light from the safety of their bunkers. And so the sales pitch goes, man. So here it is. One of the biggest businesses that's booming here in the U.S. is ultimately niggas building bunkers, man. Because they are that fear, that concern of the World War III, you know, pretty much prophecy is in the minds of these people, man. You see, it was a point he had made, man, where he was saying how they wanted to leave an inch of humanity left. You see, but really, man, you're only ultimately being preserved for slavery. You see, real quick, this is Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 11. It says, leave thy fatherless children, I will preserve them alive. You see, the Lord is going to preserve Esau, Edom alive ultimately through those bunkers, man. You see, yeah, when you emerge out of it, you're not going to emerge, you know, like the phoenix from the ashes. No, nigga, you're going to emerge with chains on your fucking hands and feet, man. You see, and it's going to be those elites, those, you know, the Rothschild or Rockefeller, those old fuckers that the Lord is going to put the spirit on you to pretty much endure this harsh bondage so you can pretty much lay the flow ground, man. And then you're going to bring everybody back. You're going to bring your whole nation back. So everybody, even down to the little nigga in Walmart, man, going to feel slavery. You see? We're going to reap the benefits of the life to come. And Esau Edom, he's going to feel the brunt of the life to come, man. It's going to be hard on him. You see? But the Lord said that I will preserve them alive, man. And ultimately, the Lord, he's going to do that by way of those bunkers, man. You see? And we're going here. This is on Galatians. Because why is the Lord going to use those bunkers to preserve them? This is Galatians 6 and verse 7. It says, be not deceived, the Most High is not marked. For whatsoever the man soweth, that shall he also reap. And what Esau even sowed in the earth? Slavery, man. You see? Hard times. You know, oppression. So, hey, the Lord is preserving this man to ultimately receive the same thing. You see, it says, for he that soweth to the flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. And Esau Edom is known for sowing to the flesh, man. So he's going to reap that corruption. His kingdom is going to be destroyed. And when he rise out of that, when he emerge out of the ashes, he's going to be in chains, man. It says, for he that soweth to the spirit shall of the spirit reap life everlasting. And ultimately, that's what the Lord have his elect doing. Sowing to the spirit, in which this is going to spring up to life everlasting, man. You see, life ain't just going to stay how it is now. No, that's why the Lord has that nuclear destruction coming. Because the Lord, he's going to transition the kingdom of heaven over to one that is profitable. Real quick, this is Ecclesiastes 10 in verse 4. It says the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord. You see? Yeah, the power of the earth, pretty much those who sit on the throne was ultimately destined by Yahweh by Shemawashah. The Lord chooses who he wants to sit on the throne. And concerning his lifetime, the Lord has chosen a so-called white man, Esau, Edom, to rule in the earth. And it says, and in due time, he will set over it one that is profitable. Showing you that Esau, Edom, he's not a profitable ruler because he has to be removed for one that's more profitable to be in his place. And that's ultimately Yahweh Shah and the elect. But it's going to start with this guy being overthrown by a thermonuclear holocaust. Of course, he's going to run down into those bunkers, and the Lord is going to send forth 144,000 angelic beings, which is the elect in those new bodies, to go seek that nigga out, man. And they're going to find you because these just ain't going to be archaeologists, the archaeologists of Israel. No, these are going to be the elect, the governing body of Israel looking for you, man. You know, these are going to be miniature Yahweh Shahs, you know, miniature gods in the earth out here looking for you. This ain't the FBI and martial law. That's like your U.S. Marshal. You know, this nigga made to put the damn Navy SEAL on. You know, he had to put the Navy SEAL team on Geronimo, what the nigga name was. They called him Geronimo, Osama bin Laden. This ain't that, man. The Lord is going to put his spirit in his men to come seek you out. You're going to have angelic beings looking for you, man. You see, real quick. This is Jeremiah 16 and verse 16. It says, behold, I will send for many fishers, said the Lord, and they shall fish them, in which the fishing is going on now, where the elect is being fished out, and the bait is ultimately the scriptures. You see? And the scriptures is going to pique the elect's interest to repent and return to the Lord, because one of those things that's promised is dominion. Hey, I'm gonna let you rule in the earth. If you do this, hey, how it sound if I give you a couple cities, a couple kingdoms? You know, land far as your eyes can see. Only if you're going to magnify me in the earth. Yeah, just lead me into Edom. You see? Hey, the Lord said in my house is many mansions. How a planet sound? The Lord allow you to explore a planet just for you to get to that planet. To realize that the people that inhabit this planet, they was waiting for you to get there for centuries. You know, banners and shit, you probably got prophets out there prophesying about you. But yet, that's you know, and the Lord said, no, I have seen nor ear have heard what the Lord has prepared for those, you know. So that ain't far-fetched, but yet America got to move out of the way, but it's going to start with the fishing, and then it's going to end with the hunting. Well, we're going to find these guys and we're going to put them in slavery, Lord willing. I play a part of that precious number, man. It says, and after what I sent for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks, man. And what's in the holes of the rocks? Them bunkers. Esau probably got bunkers deep off in caves and shit, man. And that ain't far-fetched because these you know, those mole rats, those holes, they got a thing for underground tunnels. You see? But we're going to seek, man, the Lord is going to have a diligent search, you know, using the elect to go find Esau. It's going to be like a treasure hunt. Where is Edom? You know, but you're going to be sought out and you're going to be found, man. And you're going into slavery. You see? You're going into slavery. This is Jeremiah 14. Is this what I want? It's like Isaiah 14. This is Isaiah 14 and verse Jeremiah 14 and verse 2. It says, and the people shall take, matter of fact, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel, you so-called blacks, Latino, Native American Indians, and will set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined unto them, and they shall cleave unto the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their places. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. Who's going to be possessed? Well, the very ones who possessed us. Esau, Edom. The very ones who funded the slave trade. And the niggas even had the audacity, and you can even Google search it. Bank of America being one of them, where they apologize for their involvement with slavery, man. And which just shows you a lot of these banks, regionals, Wells Fargo, a prominent one, USAA, all these fucking Navy Federal, all these niggas had a hand in those slave trades, man. And here it is, you banking with them today, but they the main reason why you over here. You see? But the Lord said that the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaid. What's the land of the Lord, man? That's the kingdom of heaven. Where these people think their grandmama's at, man. But yet, your grandmama gonna be a slave in the kingdom. If you're an Edomite, or if you any other nation outside the nation of Israel. Your grandmama gonna be a slave, Your great grandmama, your granddaddy. It says, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over the oppressors. And who is our oppressors? Yeah, of course, we got managers. Of course, we got supervisors. But who set up the foundation of these Fortune $5 million companies, man? Well, the elite bankers will. The elite bankers will be behind it. Who your birth certificate going to, Who you signing yourself over to? Who established the state of California, the state of Alabama? Where it's ultimately going to start with the elite bankers. You see? They the master plan behind the oppression that you seeing in the earth. And that's who the Lord is going to return and put them in captivity, man. And that's justice. That's right. That's righteous. You see? And even going here, this is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 9. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity should go into captivity. Who led the nation of Israel in captivity? Esau, Edom, stormed with the elite bankers. You see? And his guy, you even had the Sons of Harris slave trade, which was led by Ishmael, But Esau, Edom, he'll hide the fact that he was the number one funder of the slave trade, and he'll just throw Ishmael out there and say, yeah, it was them damn Arabs. No, nigga, they got it from you. Everything go back to Esau, man. It says, and he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. And that's what's gonna happen. Nigga, you ain't gonna get in the kingdom of heaven after 1,000 years. You building, you gather arms and shit just to overthrow, nigga. When you, after that 1,000 years is up, you gonna be killed with the sword, man. You're gonna be burnt up, man. And here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And this is what the saints is faithfully, patiently waiting on, man. For the Yahweh to return and overthrow Esau, Edom, and to put him in slavery, man. Put that nigga in jail. Like the Eliasha woman said, man, nigga, you going to jail. Nigga, you going to jail, man. Esau going to jail, man. And it's going to be a hard, long sentence. Nigga, yeah, you was the president. Just like, hey, the nation of Israel going from rags to riches, and Esau going from sugar to shit. But Lazarus and the rich man. You see? And the first fruits is going to be you fucking elites, man. You should have a hatred for them niggas, man. You see? And even just going here. Because they thinking that they going to merge. Like that fucking proudful ass article. They going to merge from the ashes. And in 2 weeks, niggas going to have Wi-Fi back up and running. Fucking power lines. Laying the floor for another AT&T. No, man, that's not going to happen. This is Revelations 9 in verse Salaki. Yeah, you will never have to clear your throat again, man. Matter of fact, let's get this. This is Revelation 9 verse 15. It says, and the 4 angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year for to slay the third part of man. You see, and that third part of man is ultimately dealing with the so-called white man, Esau, Edom. Because even considering that you got 3 classes of men here in the planet Earth, you got the sons of the righteous, it's like the sons of God, which would be the Israelites. You got the sons of man, which would be the nations, and then you got the sons of the wicked, which would be the so-called white man, Esau, Edom. You see, and that's who the Lord is ultimately coming back. He's setting that day, that hour, that month, and that year up for to slay the wicked, man. You see, and the wicked is ultimately, he's going to try to run down in those holes, but those holes is not going to preserve you, man. It's going to preserve you to being caught by the elect. You see, real quick. Yeah, this is Revelation 6 and verse 16. Matter of fact, we can start at verse 15. It says, and the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich man, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the den and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. You see, and that don't sound like how they was, they was talking in the article like, yeah, when this shit, 99% of y'all gonna die, we gonna be in the bunkers, and when the ash is clear, we gonna emerge and get life back going. That's how they was talking in the bunkers, but the Lord said you're gonna be in the spirit of saying, hey, hide us. You gonna be in fear. Hide us from the wrath of the Lamb. It says, for the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to abide? Nobody. You see? Not even you. In which, yeah, you're going to abide, but you're going to be preserved for slavery, man. You see? But with that, I pray that you was edified, giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakwadash. Lord willing, in this video. Shalom.